do it for very long. I'm just kind of having some quick fun. Alright, I'm gonna go southeast, I think. I'm actually trying to find a specific port, but we're going to try and go really, really far east of Gators Morn. Oh no, we're not going to fight this guy. Nice, so this I can use for a port report when I go back to Fallen London, so I'm going to actually land here at Iron and Misery Funging Station. We could have tea with the Factor, or we could try to explore Demu Island. I think I'm going to explore the island because I want that port report. And, the damn rats want supplies! We could either try to fight them or give them... I'm going to actually give them supplies, the rat corsairs. If you guys want to go ahead and pause and read that, you can. But they're essentially forcing me to give them supplies. I'm going to give it to them. And I got 5 Drowning Pearl. That's interesting. That might be worth something. So I'm actually not so good at trading in the Unterzee. I should be a lot better. And I'm thinking that I should probably start buying, like, different equipment or different ingredients in other places and try to sell them back in London. I'm going to try to do that this time. But I've got to go and try to gather supplies. We actually were fortunate we gained 1 supply. We also gained some terror. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this area and keep heading east at this point. It's good that we have that nice little port report, and now we just want to keep going east and see what we can find. I'm not going to turn the engine on full power, even though I love to do that, just because I want to try to save the ship. But I probably will do a few full powers here and there. Hey, what's up, Neemcool? How you doing, man? So we're actually looking for a place called, like, Mount something. I can't recall the name, but it's a mountain, or the name is Mount something. We have to deliver souls there. And I'm thinking it's to the east of us. So we're going far east, or southeast, actually. And I'm going to turn on my full power engines at this point, just because we're kind of in the middle of the Z. We don't burn up. Got some nice new engines, so I'm definitely excited. Corsair's Forest? Wait a minute. Corsair's Forest, our lookouts are watchful. Or we discovered Massey Shaft. I hope this is close to the place we need to go to. Don't forget, you can always give some cash to Agrippa if you want to get some Z biscuits, or just subscribe to the channel. That really helps. I see that there's a Corsair over here, so I'm going to try to get away from it. I can actually turn on my engines, full power. We're going very far from London itself, so I hope we're not going too far. Oh, this is way different than my last game. So this goes to show you that things definitely do change in the Unterzee, because this is the 2 towers. I forget what they're called, the stone pillars. And in my last game, if you guys look at my mouse cursor, they were located where Demu Island is located right now. So things have definitely shifted. The Salt Lions, that's what they're called. So we're going to head to the Salt Lions, and very different location from my last game. Don't you dare forget, you stand on the bridge with the likely lass's locket on your hand. We're going to keep it. I like this lass, and I have a sweetheart in London. That's awesome. A lot of Corsairs nearby. We want to be careful. So we're going to stop in the Zeal port and see what we can do here. Alright, I could visit the Unmakers. I could actually deliver stuff from them to London, which I might try. Carry Sphinx Stone to London. And I've never tried this before. Here to reduce the Salt Lions to rubble. Help them their work by carrying the rubble back to London. I don't know what I'm going to get for spending 200 of my own funds to do this. So I'm going to do it just this once to see what happens. But I don't know if it's actually worth it. So we're going to carry Sphinx Stone back to London, and we are going to head right back from here, from the Zeal port, back to London. We might try to find some stuff on the way, but for the most part, we want to get the hell out of here. Aw, shit. We don't have enough to fight that crab. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just going to blast this here on Twitter. So I want to get the actual address here correct. Whoa, Coco. Stop it. Just going to put up streaming Sunless Sea. Alright. Let's get back to the Z. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, what's up, Sebastian? How you doing, man? So we just picked up some stone structures of some sort. We're delivering them to London. I'm not sure if we're going to get anything out of it. I spent so much money doing it. So 200 echoes for that. We better find something in return. Or get something in return, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and put on full speed ahead. And at that point, I'm going to head back to London. I want to try to find one more port before I head back. Get one more port report so we can fill up that fuel. Although, then again, we could just start heading back right now. Coco, by the way, is right on my shoulder right now. God damn it! Dampen the flames. We lost 23 hull. Okay, well, at least we didn't lose any of our crew, which is pretty good. I'm going way south of the city to see if I can find something new, but I think we're going to just head back, and then we'll come back out onto the Z later. There's no need to take these risks. Very cool. Where are you from, man, by the way? That last name sounds very Scandinavian to me. It sounds maybe Finland or Sweden? Maybe Norway? I don't think... I really was hoping I would have at least one Norwegian subscriber. I love Norway. I love Finland and Sweden, too. Don't get me wrong. Most of my friends are Swedes or Finns. But, you know, I've always wanted to have a subscriber from Norway, and I think that's one thing we haven't had yet. At least not one from Norway that came to the streams. Oh, Finland. I know very much about you. My friend lives in Lapland. He does not like Sweden. Why not? They're okay too. Alright, so we're gonna head to Giannotti Harbor. I'm just gonna try to get a port report. Coco, you gotta stop this. Fucking, she gets obsessed. When I do a stream, this fucking pigeon decides that I am the only thing in the world to her. You get jealous, don't you, Coco? I think you get jealous. I think she does. I think she gets jealous. Ridiculous. Let's go over here. And I've never gone to the actual top of the Crimean Canal, and in essence, out of the Unterzee. Coco. Let's listen for surface gossip. Yes, we got one move in the Great King. We can use this with the Admiral to get some gold. And let's get a port report as well. We can get the hell out of here. Because they're better than us. That's not even true. I think from what I've noticed, and this is a very mild calculation, like I've noticed that certainly in Finland, people in terms of their social interaction are much more reserved. And the only difference I've noticed between Swedes and Finns is that Swedes are slightly more aggressive. I wouldn't say open. I wouldn't say like they're willing to discuss stuff as much. Like they're both very secretive. But like Swedes, if they don't agree with you on something, they'll tell you. They'll be like, "Shut the fuck up! You are full of shit. fuck you and your country. They'll say, like, they'll be dicks about it. But my Finnish friends will just be like, well, I don't agree. By the way, we've got this weird thing here. Oh, it's an armored megalops. I'm going to take it on because we need the meat. But that's the only difference I've noticed. Like, Finns are very reserved in their social interactions. And Swedes are also reserved, but maybe a little more open. Let me go ahead and try to eat this. I don't need the veils. I want to butcher it for supplies. And actually, we got it, and we've lost some hunger. Beautiful. Just trying to keep as much of that hunger up as possible. And yeah, I took the name Ronetier because I couldn't think of a cool alternative to Robespierre. This is my 6th Z captain, I believe. So this guy is experienced, definitely, but I'm a noob in the game still. I want you guys to understand this. I've still kept the starting ship. I haven't upgraded yet. I have a townhouse, which is nice, but I don't have any other cool stuff, really. I'm going to explore the shore. Fisherfolk sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates, and is that a drowny down by the water's edge? They sit round a fire at the Z's, passing around a bottle of something viciously black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? No, I don't want to bet echoes on riddles. That's just stupid. We could chat to the fisherman, get a port report, and get the hell out of here. Alright, we're going to fire up our engines. We really shouldn't, because we're so close to London that it's kind of a waste of... it's kind of a big risk to take for being so close, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm trying to speed back to town. I love this new engine, by the way. It goes so fast. We were speeding past all of this area. Hey, what's up, Kuka? How you doing, man? Oh, Sebastian. Wow, that is a question, man, that is so complex. But I'll give you a basic idea, and that is that this game, Sunless Sea, it's definitely takes a lot from H.P. Lovecraft's stories about Cthulhu and all those undersea nightmares. But it's really, if you want to actually find out the lore of this game, you want to look for, you want to Google Undersea London. This game, it's actually, the creators of this game, this lore goes back like 20, 30 years. But they really wanted to hide a lot of it. And if you look at that, you can kind of understand what happens. It's so complex. This is basically a sea underneath the ocean we know right now. And the reason we're here is because London, which in this particular universe is one of the superpowers of the world, not England, just London, basically goes to war with hell, the forces of hell, demons, devils, etc. And the war is lost, and so now we're down in the Unterzee. There's the top of the world still exists, but this is a place for like explorers, adventurers, and it's a very weird place. I want to say it's almost like purgatory. It's, there's life and death here are very different. There are undersea creatures here that dwarf the undersea creatures in our world by huge amounts. Like you can find, you guys know what a megalodon is, right? You could find something 20 times the size of a megalodon in the undersea, I'm sure. It's just a place where we know very little about, and essentially we're trying to discover more about. So I'm going to go ahead here. We're actually getting an inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. I hope they don't find our souls. And we lost suspicion. They didn't find the souls because we have souls, and souls are illegal to actually use or to actually sell or bring into harbor or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead here, and we don't have anything to give the scholar, but we have a lot to actually give to the port admiral, and we also have the Sphinx Stone. Let's see what we get for it. 500 Echo! Oh, that is so cool, guys. So we paid 200 Echo for that, and we got the Sphinx Stone. Maybe we can go back and get more Sphinx Stone. Very, very cool. That's a lot of Echoes, and certainly something we can use. I don't think our guys need shore leave, honestly. I'm going to go ahead. A new recruit. We might have another officer here. I'm going to unlock him. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her about a bit. She didn't like taking orders from foreigners. Still, we're good friends now. The adventure claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. So he basically beat her up to join us. Well, gunnery officer. That's funny. So we'll take a look here. I want to go ahead and deliver all my port reports. And I'm going to speak of moves in the Great Game. So this really helps us in the overall game itself. But of course, the real goal of this game is to discover things and to make money. Either or. You could become a great adventurer, you could make a lot of money, you could even have your own country in this game, but that gets really deep into the lore. Okay, he doesn't take notes, a little beyond me, but I have a friend in the palace. Cool, so we got 30 echoes for that. I'm going to get some substance from him just because we've done so much from him. He's going to give us some free fuel. Sadly, we've got to go back to get some more fuel stores. We've got a lot of port investigations here. And Mu Island. And as you can see, we're getting fuel every time we do this. Every time we turn these in. And we're getting echoes and fuel. I'm trying to save our echoes. But I also want to see if I can visit my sweetheart. So I'm actually going to let our guys get some shore leave. Let me go to my lodgings. Actually, sorry, I'll go to London. I'll let my guys carouse on the Wolf House docks. Aha! Trouble and romance. That night in Wolfstack you find yourself sharing a table with the likely lass. I've lost one terror and something new. Shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time. Very cool. So I'm actually developing a relationship here. Not necessarily a good thing for a sailor, as it were. What's up, Dennis? How you doing, man? Hey, Kuka, how you doing? Where am I from? Well, I was born in Florida, but I'm currently in New York. And half my family is from Portugal, so I guess I'm a dual citizen of both Portugal and the United States. Alright guys, so we're going to probably head back out. I really liked what we discovered last time, but at this point I'm going to try... We probably need a little more fuel than what we have. It's going to cost us some cash, so let me go ahead and head to the shops and purchase... Fuel is actually pretty cheap right now. It's a lot of gold we're spending there, about 100 to keep ourselves alive, but... This will definitely keep us out on the Z for a very long time. So I'm going to keep heading east. We're just going to go far east at this point. Just go on a crazy journey. Whoa, an unexpected letter. Your sweetheart. Return to London as soon as you may. You're a father. Holy shit, I got a child. That's so cool. I'm going to go ahead. I have a child. And they may become a scion, allowing you to take 2 legacies. That's so cool. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my new arrival. Yes, I am the child's father. And I have another free evening. Very cool. So I'm going to spend some time with my family, guys. This is really cool stuff. This is one thing I love about this game. Just enjoy their company. Crumpets and bullet jam. And what happens when you spin a child around so fast they're very nearly sick? Quiet at evening's end, shed stories, bats beating at the windows, and much later, warmth of renewed passion after the cold salt of the sea. In other words, I screw my wife. I like that. We're going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. But very, very cool stuff. So I got a kid now in the Unterzee. That's crazy. That's really crazy. It's crazy. Did you guys see what I just did there? I hope you did. Yeah, Portugal is awesome. Where are you from, Dennis? Are you from Serbia? Serbia. Sarajevo. Sarajevo. Da, 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 da. So we didn't fix our hull. That's probably something we should have done. The only thing I'm going to do to remedy that is I'm just not going to turn the engines on full unless we need to. So it's going to be a little bit of a shorter trip, or not a shorter trip, but it's going to take a little longer to get places. But we're still going to use the same amount of fuel, so I'm okay. I'm going to try to avoid these salt rocks. going to keep going northeast. There's actually a pirate ship to our southeast, but I'm not going to try and engage it. We really shouldn't engage any pirate ships right now because we are pretty much noobs. Whoa, they've seen us. And this is a corvette. Trying to spot the Bonnie Reef so that we can actually take that as a discovery. We're going to turn the engine on fast just for now. Anytime we turn this engine on fast, there's a very big chance that a fire is going to break out. So it's not the greatest decision in the world, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Hey, what's up, John Connor? Romania. I actually was in Romania when I was about 9 years old. We did a trip of Europe, me and my mom, and I stayed in Bucharest, and I also went to Transylvania. We saw Vlad's castle, but not the real Vlad's castle. You know, we saw the tourist recreation. But yeah, it was, when I went there, it was very, very poor, like ultra poor. I went there in 1999, and there was no tour guide, or there was no tour book like there were in other countries. There was just a tour magazine for Romania. I remember that. So, John, this game is basically based on, like, H.P. Lovecraft stories. It's really complex. It's hard to explain it in a paragraph. I tried to explain it, like, before, but it's kind of like an alternate universe where there's an ocean underneath the ocean that you can go to explore and travel to and discover things about. And we found the Khanate. This is one of the many kingdoms here in the sea, and these guys are very suspicious. These guys are the most powerful guys, I think, in the entire Z, and we're going to go ahead and visit their port and see if they can hook us up with anything cool. Most of the time they don't trust foreigners, but maybe we can change that. Khan's glory! The palaces of the Khan and his court. Each a fortress to itself. Sleek lords and ladies in belted robes breakfast on balconies. An unlikely antelope peeks at you from a park. Guns rotate easily on motorized gimbals. Oh my goodness. So we're actually going to offer the 5 drowning pearls that we got to the Taiman to see if the clan will give us some respect. And they have accepted our respect, and they've given us the Taiman's mercy. So this is going to give us a favor. I'm not sure what the favor is. This game has so many stories in it. There's so much text here that there's really just a tremendous amount to do. So we can probably cruise past the clan palaces before this would be a very high-risk challenge. We're going to try. And we succeeded. Light blazes from every gate and window. You glimpse guards in gleaming uniforms, subterranean gardens of mauve and purple, hanging ornaments of scaled carnelian, and jady statues of warrior Khans past. The water is dark and calm. The sentries watch you with calm distrust. So we actually got a memory of distant shores. And did we get a port report? I don't think we did. It's really hard to get a port report of the Khanate. Cruise past the Khan's palaces. Alright, let's see if we can do something else. I think that's it for now. Perhaps not. And we'll go ahead and get the hell out of here. These guys are very powerful, but also very dangerous. Coco. Coco's going nuts. Coco. I'm going to keep going east. Alright. Yeah, it's very Cthulhu-esque. There's a lot. There's definitely a ton of elements here that are based off Cthulhu, based off H.P. Lovecraft, all that stuff. It's very much like that. You're definitely on the right track. And in fact, I'm not going to say that Cthulhu is in the game, but there are very Cthulhu-like things, if that makes sense. Khan's Shadow. I've never discovered this before. So many ships here. So I'm going to go ahead and land here. But I've never seen this. So apparently the Khan has 2 different locations. And let's see what this one's like. We're kind of running low on supplies, but I've noticed in this game supplies last really long where fuel doesn't. So we don't necessarily need to get some, but it's probably safe to buy some supplies here if we can. Wanderer's Haven. Now I have a son. I have to make sure I get back to London. I don't want to totally lose contact with them. So here we go. Compile a port report. Khan's Shadow. Take a look at the shops. So we could possibly purchase stuff like Stygian ivory here and essentially try to sell it back in London and see if we can make a profit. I might try that. So the Outlandish Artifact, I know we can get some money back in London for it. I'm not sure how much. We can sell our empty mirror catch box. I've been wanting to sell this for so long, thank God. So we sold that, but we're taking a big risk if we buy supplies. Or not if we buy supplies, but if we buy like something like Stygian ivory or a crate of human souls. I'm not sure what you guys think, but whatever you guys suggest, I'll go ahead and try and see if we can sell it back at the capital. I'm going to go rush to the bathroom, be right back. Thanks for watching, and make sure to let your friends know that we're doing a little stream here. Finally got her out of my room as well. Yeah, man, go ahead. You know, I don't know if you guys know the forums. Let me put the forum link here in case nobody has it yet. But I love like when people post stuff there. If you want to post it on the forums, and that way, like the whole, you know, everybody on the site can see it. Let me see. Agrippa Maxentius forums. I know I have forums I don't even use. I'm the worst. But we really are trying to bring these back, and people do occasionally post here. Could be a lot more awake or alive, though. So I'm going to post the forum link right here. Alright, so I'm going to try to leave the Khan's Shadow, and I'm thinking, should I get some Stygian Ivory? I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to buy some. So that's 27. Let's remember that price. And let's try to get the hell out of here and head back to London. See if it's worth anything at all. Full speed ahead. Oh shit, we got another place here. Wow. The Iron Crow. Oh no, we've been here before, I think. Have we? Maybe not. So the Khan's Heart is even a separate area. That's unbelievable. But we're gonna fly right past this. I guess we should visit it. Dude, I'm so amazed. I did not know the Khan's, country had 3 different locations, but we've discovered that now. Sadly, it's still very hard to get information about them. They're very secretive. We're going to go to the Copper Quarter, and this is, of course, London's rival. So we could try to seek a commercial license. Not here, Surfacer. Time in the tea house. It's very expensive. 50 Echo. We could hire a crew, wander Khan's Heart, purchase fuel at an outrageous price, pay a storyteller, or gather a port report. This is a very chancy challenge. I'm going to try to gather a port report. We actually succeeded. We got a port report of the Khanate. I never, ever gotten a port report of the Khanate, so that's awesome. Rivalry between the Leopard and Eagle clans, the concerns about Chilonate raids, some appalling gossip about the traitor Empress back in London. Perhaps you shouldn't write the last one down and move on quickly. That fellow in the corner has an informer's look. So it's a very dangerous place to gather information. I'm going to try to wander the Khan's Heart. Lost one terror, and if you guys want to read that, there's just some beautiful storytelling in this game. And clearly these Khanates, the people of the Khan, are very, very loyal. And I'm going to pay a storyteller here. The Temptations of Parabola. We've gained 1 memory of distant shores. Where London now stands, the capital of the Khanate once stood. After its own disappearance from the surface, after the clean sky and wide earth, they went half mad in the close night under the earth. They found serpent things in mirrors and promised them diversion, escape, new horizons. In time, the mirror serpents became masters, not servants, and the last true Khan led the last of his people to the salt steppes, to a black rock where he founded this city. How he built it is a tale for another day. You feel eyes on you. A woman in white and gold uniform watches you closely. The loyalty service is suspicious of foreigners who want to learn Kaganian history. So we actually gained 3 menace, which means that we could actually eventually be attacked by Khanate troops, but we also got a memory of distant shores, and that's definitely very useful. I don't think we need any real new crew, so we're going to get the hell out of here and head back to London town. I miss my family already. I want to get back there and hopefully make a little bit of money. I have a townhouse, so I'm sure my son and wife are living very well, but still something of concern. In fact, she's not really my wife yet. Oh, I love RimWorld. No. Alright, so we're just going to head back to London now. We never even repaired our ship. We probably should have done that. Oh no, that's definitely going to be a Khanate Corsair. We want to try to get away from that. Very dangerous. I might try to stop by Gators Morn just to get a port report here. Oh! That hurt. Alright, let's see what we got here. An evening at the Errant Limpet. And this is a drinking den. We don't really need to do this for our men. We could possibly unlock something here. I don't think I'm going to use it, to be honest with you. Let's explore the Morn. And this is a really weird island. It's basically like, if you could imagine a city that's built on a tower. And if you guys see my mouse cursor here, there are spires going around the city like this. And I know this because of the lore, right? Spires going around the city like that. And each spire is like a different neighborhood or a different area. Some spires, let's say you go down to like Spire 17, it might just be fully woods until you go back down to Spire 16 where it's like an urban environment. It's a really cool place. So we're going to go ahead here and holy shit, Contempts with Corsairs. We could try to fight or flee. I'm going to try to fight, but I'm first going to try to get some iron from my Presbyterian Adventuress. I can't talk to her. All right, we're still going to try. Our chance is 33%. Let's do it. We failed! Fuck, we lost 2 crew. So we lost 2 of our Zailers in a knife fight with some enemies, some Corsairs. That sucks. Alright, let's overhear rumors here. And we definitely want to head back to London after that. Gather intelligence. Managed to get a nice port report. Very useful. Shame when you back to English. Gentleman always betroths his wife first and then gets around to the kids. Well, you know, I'm not exactly a very proper gentleman. I'm a fucking captain of a ship. What's wrong with you? I'm a captain of my own damn ship. I do what I want. I don't care about marriage. But I would like there to be a marriage option. I'm sure there is. I do have a kid out of wedlock. I mean, technically, he is a bastard. That is unfortunate for him. Trying not to get in a fight with this this ship if I can help it. Oh, he's going to try to attack, and he's got... I mean, we could try to take him, but... I think we need better cannons. Well, fuck it. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. Why not? I'm going to do this for you guys. I could possibly lose my entire ship here, but I'm going to try to beat him. He's being a dick, and he's starting up with us. Let's see if we can't take him on. I'm trying to stay ahead of his gun here, if you guys see, so that he can't fire at us. And it's actually working really well right now. He's smoking. Take out this pirate steam pinnacle. It looks like he might be trying to run from us. You're not getting away now. You wanted to start this fight. We're going to finish it. One more shot, guys, and this guy is finished. We haven't taken a single bit of damage. Not even one crew member has gone down. And there we go. We destroyed a pirate ship. Amazing. And let's see what's in the vessel. A cache of curiosities. This could be anything. Come on, guys. Cross your fingers. Cask of wine. We got mushroom wine, so we can sell that at London as well. And remember, we're trying to sell those other things we purchased. I don't even know if they're worth anything, but we're about to find out. Let's take a look here. We'll go north a little bit and see if we can discover 1 or 2 more places, maybe. Yeah, it's a bit of a harder Let's Play to do because it requires me to sometimes read the stories. I don't know if you guys would prefer me to read them. If you guys like me reading the stories, let me know. But if you would prefer to read them yourself, I can always pause. Because this game is all about the stories. I mean, this is like... If I could put this game into book form, it would be larger than the Bible. And that's not an exaggeration. This game is known for the fact that it's got so many stories in it. And, I mean, I've played it for months. I've never discovered all of them. You know, I would think I discovered most of them. But there's just so many layers to each story. And it really is incredible, the amount of content that you can find in a game like this. This is how text-based games should be. Now, obviously, this is not a text-based game entirely, but that's definitely a big aspect of it. The Z itself is amazing. That's well said. I like your attitude, John. Should have hung them in London town. But this will be, you know, this will be good enough. They're going to basically sink in the Unterzee, and the Unterzee is a place full of critters that would make the great white sharks on our planet look like cuddly, happy dolphins. You know, it's not a place you want to be stranded, and if any of those sailors were stranded in the Unterzee, they have a terrible, terrible future awaiting them. In fact, I would rather be hanged than left just stranded in the Unterzee. At least with hanging, you know what you're getting. Okay, guys, so we're at Hunter's Keep. I don't know about these sisters, but I know that they're weird. We're going to talk with Phoebe, or actually with Lucy. We haven't talked to her yet, the middle sister. And we've lost terror, and we've also gained supplies. We've lost hunger. We've gained one memory of distant shores, and one of the gods of these stones' attention. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially a complex story about the butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. She's actually the nicest of the sisters I've met. The other two are a bit weird, to be honest with you. We went ahead and gave them some news, and I'm hoping because of that they're going to give us one more dinner, and they are indeed. I'm going to meet with Cynthia this time. The most melodramatic. She's given us a tale of terror. But we also got one supplies, which is really cool, and we got acquainted with the Sisters of the Hunter's Keep. It's good to try and meet different factions. I don't know what they actually do, or I'm not going to tell you. And so I'm going to see if I can get their attention. I'm also, if you look here, getting attention of the sea god Salt. That is the one that right now I'm trying to follow, because we have a Sailor on our ship that has a statue to that god. So I'm trying to see if maybe it's worth getting on good terms with him. Maybe not. Who knows? Let's get that port report. Oh, Dennis wants to see RimWorld. Yeah, man, definitely. I might not do it today. Holy shit, fucking truck. I might not do it today, but I will definitely do the RimWorld Let's Play again. I still have that saved. I'm kind of doing this really early morning my time, and that's why this is not a huge stream. It's kind of just a spur-of-the-moment one. It'd be cool if Low Barnet came back to the surface. This is one of the areas, if you guys can see, that is underwater. It's been flooded, basically. So we're going to London itself. See my Zun. Everything that would be an S in this game is replaced with a Z. So just consider that. Wolfsstack docks. And we're going to see if we can sell those, since we paid 27 for those. We're going to sell them on the Wolfsstack Exchange and see if we can make a profit. The Wolfsstack Exchange is the stock exchange of the Wolfsstack Docks, or the Wolfsstack Docks in Fallen London. Alright, let's see. So we only got, technically we did make a profit off this, but we're only making 1 coin extra. So we're basically making 1 gold extra by selling that Stygian ivory. Definitely not worth it. But maybe later it'll be worth more. It is a stock exchange, so prices are going to change and fluctuate, which is really cool. Let's see, the Scholar. I want to share our memories of distant shores, and that's going to give us some echoes as well. And let's go turn in our port reports. I do want to see my kid, but right now my concern is making some cash. So let's submit our port reports here. Gators Morn. Wow, we got 30 echo for report on Gators Morn, and we've already discovered that, so that's pretty cool. And 5 echo for the Hunter's Keep report. What about the Consort? We better get a lot of money to this. This is a report on the Salt Steps, one of the hardest places to get a report on. 75 echo, that's what I'm talking about. Very nice. I'm happy with that. And we also got an Admiral's Favor, which we can use to get some more fuel. And the Khan's Shadow as well. 30 echo. I would have expected a little bit more here. Other officials gather around to hear your tales of bloodshed and debauchery, and the jokes about the Khan that the Shadow produces so efficiently and so entertainingly. The one about the Khan and the donkey produces a roar of patriotic laughter and encourages the deputy recorder to unlock the departmental drinks cabinet. As you guys can see, in Fall in London, reports about the Khan interest everybody. So we've got the entire governmental office basically listening into our conversation with the Admiral. It's very, very cool. We gained some fuel, we got some echoes, and we also got an accomplishment surveying the Khan's shadow. Let's speak to the Dark Speckled Admiral again. I don't think we gave them all of our port reports, did we? Okay, we did. So let's go ahead and head to the shipyard and go ahead and get our free fuel. 2 fuel, 3 fuel. This is all due to the favors I have. We have 18. I'm not going to use another favor because 18 fuel is way more than enough than we need. So let me go ahead and go to the shipyard. Not the shipyard. Sorry, guys. I've got to head into London and put my ship in dry dock and repair it. There wouldn't be much of a reason because we're in the Italian campaign in Napoleon's Total War, so it's a short campaign, and I don't think the Prussians are part of it. So we're not playing like the grand campaign, but if people like that Let's Play enough, I might eventually do a grand campaign. I want you guys to know that I'll share you guys, or I'll let you guys know about some very interesting information that I won't share with others, and that is that I will not be in New York much longer, and I will be working for a video game company very soon. And I'm going to provide all that information up on the site when it happens, or up on the channel when it occurs. But I'm going to basically be moving away from New York, very far from New York, into Europe, and I don't know, it's not going to change the channel, I hope, unless there's some sort of different rules in the particular country I'm going to. But I'm definitely going to keep this up, but it's going to get a little more complicated. We could actually purchase a live specimen from the labyrinth here, and I'm really considering doing it, because we would get basically a really dangerous animal that we could maybe sell to somebody else. But I'm thinking right now, the main thing we need to focus on is, of course, just staying alive. We could hire on more crew. We do need more crew, so I'm going to hire some. And now we have 8. That's pretty good. And I'm going to see if I can get back home, visit my son. Oh, interesting. Okay, I could just visit my study or read the morning papers. Spend time with your family. There we go. Nice. Just enjoy the company of my son and a restful night. Very cool, guys. We got 560 now. Oh, I'm going to try, believe me. I'm going to try to destroy all pirates. Alright, so I'm considering buying some supplies, but I think we have enough. We definitely have enough fuel. I mean, 18. Let's take a look at the shops, the shipyard. Actually, we could take more fuel if we wanted to. I'm going to go ahead. Why not? I'm going to take more fuel. That's all we can take, and let's get the hell out of here. The Iron Republic, by the way, in the south is the entrance to hell itself. So that's one place I've already discovered, but it's a very cool area. We could go there and check it out. A lot of crazy things go on there. It's not exactly, like, terrible. It's just a place with no government, no order, nothing like that. Probably going to head north. Actually, we're going to share a... No, we don't need any... The reason that I was going to stop at that light ship, if you share with them a port report about a fall in London, they really, really like that because they're stuck on that ship for a very long time. The problem is we don't have any terror, so we're not going to get any benefit. Terror determines how scared your sailors are of sailing on the Z, and in this case, our terror is fine. Our people aren't scared, really. I could try to take on this West Angler crab, but I think I'm going to try to escape. So basically, you want to keep that terror level as low as you can. That's really the thing there to keep in mind. Get away from me, crab! We could probably kill this thing, but I don't want to. I really don't want to fight it. If you guys take a look at the lower left over here, you can see also sort of the dates passing by. So the whole point is to stay alive as long as possible and make a bunch of discoveries. We're going into uncharted waters now, guys. Not discovered this area yet. What's this? Saints Haven. Oh, this is Pigmode Isle, the fight between the rats and the guinea pigs, I believe. Yep. War. So, guys, the tale of Pigmode Isle. I'm not going to read this to you, but I'm going to leave it up for a few seconds so anybody interested can read it. This is basically a war between guinea pigs and rats. The guinea pigs were here first. The rats came. And we have to essentially decide who we support, you know. I'm a fan of kind of the guinea pigs because they're they believe in sort of the more traditional values of society. The rats are more radical. They just came. But either way, we can have an interesting situation here. Alright, you know what? In that case, I'll read it. The figures were rodents. To my left was a ratus faber wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig wearing a helmet and a breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. Welcome, Captain, to Ratstar Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat stepped back at precisely the same moment. With what appeared to be the ease of a long habit, the guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, Seneschal to our great King Gracenaw, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. So now we have to decide who we like more. So what do you guys think? Do we go with the rats or do we go with the guinea pigs? I mean, I'm not really sure. The guinea pigs are more traditional. The rats are more radical. It's kind of up to you guys. Hey, Rage Gamer, how you doing, man? We're deciding whether or not we should support rats or guinea pigs in a undersea war. What do you think? All right, so it looks like Dennis has chosen the guinea pigs. So we are going to go ahead and speak to the Seneschal. The Seneschal cleared her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess' own before her speaking. Gracenaw the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned the sea, conquered the land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind the mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance, assured shall be our glories and their fall, when our lady's eye restored be to our hall. The Seneschal composed herself, then added, We saw truth and beauty by the light of the lady's eye on Mount Caveat, but the rats, with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? So, guys, these rats are basically revolutionaries, you know. They've taken away the most delicate object of these guinea pigs and stolen it from them, and now these guinea pigs are asking for my military support. So I'm going to say I spoke to the Seneschal. I heard more than enough, and we are going to go ahead and we are going to favor the Seneschal. Friend to cavies, I bowed to the seneschal who purred pleasure while the chief engineer gnashed his teeth but kept his distance. You have chosen wisely, Captain, said the seneschal. Come and I will explain our situation to you in greater detail. Oh my god, you guys are actually going to make me read this? I swear I better get I swear I better get some sort of donation for this. I will do it. Hey, Pieter, how you doing, man? I'm going to read it. Alright, here we go. Chapter 3, A Night Out of Habit. The seneschal led me to the southern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of raised mounds of earth mixed with fortifying strips of mushroom flesh, which I suppose to be makeshift walls. The settlement was dazzling. The side of the island appears to be absolutely wreathed in scintillac. The cavy's dwelling was awash with silver phosphorescence. It was a large colony. Most noticeable was the steam pinnacle that had run around from ground, from which the cavies came and went, bearing supplies. So basically, this is a ship that had crashed into the island, and the guinea pigs have used this as their makeshift home. In the center of the village was a covered day, veritably festooned with colorful cloth and guarded by well-decorated knights. I suspected this is where King Graysnaw kept counsel. Be welcome, Captain, to the kingdom of Cavia, capital of our isle, and blessed by the light of Our Lady's eye. The seneschal spoke solemnly, but with a hint of sadness to her words. Or so it was, and shall be again. I must speak with our king and prepare your arrival. My page will show you the area and bring you in sight of his splendor in good time. Page! And now, of course, a much smaller guinea pig comes and picks me up. I'm going to visit the steam pinnacle on the beach, first of all. I'm not going to read that because I'm fucking... Are you guys going to make me read that? I mean, I will do it. I will do it. If you guys ask me to, I will do it. Head off, Rage Gamer. Take care, man. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and I want to actually say I've seen enough. And I'm going to try to retrieve the Lady's Eye by force. We're going to go to war with the rats, guys. We failed the first challenge. I'm going to attack again. Failed the second challenge. Failed the third challenge. I'm going to keep trying. There we go. A perfect pincer. My plan succeeded brilliantly. It was easy enough to sneak up on the settlement when the stolen eye gave off such light and cast such shadows around the shore. Even easier to do what needed to be done when the cavies were rallied by the sight of their treasure. What follows was a tremendous rout. Rats ripped apart, throats and bellies torn open, viscera slickening the sand. The cavies took losses too, but soon the seneschal declared the day won. I was rewarded with a substantial amount of scintillac. I saw to my surprise that the cavies had spared a number of the rats' children and were rounding them up. I commented favorably on this, praising the seneschal's high-minded mercy. The seneschal chittered pleasantly. My dear captain, be assured that we shall treat them very well. But it is hardly mercy that motivates the preservation of an enemy's livestock. A small rat wept quietly over a parent's severed torso before being prodded and pressed into a march. That is crazy shit. And as you can see here, Pigmode Isle has become civilization now that is a little troubled. We also got scintillac. This is an expensive tea that we can sell in London. So guys, now you decide. Should we go ahead and speak on behalf of the rats and try to save them? Or should we let the cavies enslave them? I'm going to let you guys decide. Okay, I agree with you guys. So they've lost, they deserve to live. We're going to speak up on behalf of the rats, and we're generous in victory. I appeal to the King of House Cavy's grace and good breeding, and praise King Graysnaw's magnanimity. Perhaps the rats knew not what they did in stealing the eye. Perhaps they were only stumbling about in the dark for a light, as the cavies were themselves, while lost at sea. The seneschal and the king exchanged a look. The seneschal murmured something in the king's ear, and he purred decisively. To err is benign, to forgive, Kavine. He looked towards the chief engineer. "If you will cede all right to Our Lady's eye and help us place it back in its pool of holy pilgrimage, and if you agree to the terms of trade, perhaps further negotiation is possible." As we left, I saw the page timidly approaching an albino rat to inquire about fishing nets. So that's awesome, guys. And as you can see, the Pigmode Isle spirit is now optimistic. We've saved the rats. We forged peace between the rats and the cavies, and I think you guys made the right decision. And now, of course, this is a nice, happy island, and we can get the hell out of here. So we can also invite one of the cavies to join us and become our new mascot. I'm definitely going to take him, and we're going to go ahead and add him to my officers list. And let's go ahead and replace the mascot with him. And keep heading on back to... Oh, wait, we already went to London. Sorry, guys. Keep heading to the east, I should say. So I'm going to keep trying to find locations. And we can eventually steal that eye if we want later on in the game, but I'm not going to do it right now. Could also try to build up that community and make it an actual city where guineas get to live very happily. Of course, they don't call themselves guinea pigs, which is funny. What's this? What's this? The Sisterhood! The nuns! This is where the nuns live. Abbey Rock. I don't know what kind of nuns they are, but we're about to find out. America, fuck yeah. Gonna go get those motherfucking terrorists, America, fuck yeah. Da-na-na-na. I don't remember the words to the song there, but it was a good movie. It was a really good movie. Alright, let's go here and head to Abbey Rock. Compile a port report, of course. And we've given them news. She nods, makes notes. She pays particular attention to news of marsh beast predations and the traffic of rooftops. In return, she offers a rather perfunctory blessing, but the blessing reassures your crew. So it actually improves the terror, which is kind of cool, but they don't really give much, the nuns. I haven't gotten anything out of them. It's just a place where nuns go, Abbey Rock. It's not the greatest place in the world, let's be honest. I definitely don't want any supplies. Alright. I don't think we got a port report. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and end the Let's Play here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we definitely might do, somebody, I think Dennis was suggesting doing some RimWorld. I might go ahead and do some RimWorld very soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed Sunless Sea. Make sure to, of course, take a look at the channel. We just put up a new Vietnam video, and I think you guys will enjoy it. And once again, thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and have an awesome, awesome day. I'm going to go ahead and bombard you with one more ad, and then I'll get the hell out of here.